Everyone, we are back with another Mcfarlane DC Multiverse figure, this time from the Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. It is none other than Aquaman. Now, recently I just unboxed the Black Manta. Great figure, just a little teed off that it didn't have any weapons, but we don't have this issue with Aquaman here, the movie version. I passed out on the first one from the Justice League. I just couldn't stand the face sculpt. I mean, I knew I needed to complete the Justice League, but I didn't really care. It's just the face sculpt was terrible. This one looks a lot better. We got extra hands. We got a weapon. We have everything normally that you will have with a Mcfarlane figure. And without further ado, we are going to open this up and we will be right back. All right, so the figure is out of the packaging and we will quickly, as always, go over the accessories. It does come with a stand, typical Mcfarlane stand. And of course, a trading card or a collectible card or data file. Let's go with data file, only because it's right on it. And it has a little story on Aquaman and his ability and founding member of the Justice League. Now, he does come with an extra set of hands. He comes with a fist, a grip, obviously, for the trident, and two open, I guess they're swimming hands. I wish they would have been a little bit closer, the fingers, but I mean, and the details on it, the scaling on it is actually pretty good on the bottom side of the hands. You can see they could have done a little better as far as shaving them up, but it will do. I mean, obviously, I think it's because the other side, the way these, I don't know if you can notice these little lines there, and then when you get to the end, they are so noticeable on here, but it's still good. It's still good. And of course, trident. I think it's kind of reminds me of the one for the what is it? The Cyborg Build-A-Figure. I don't have them with me. I usually just if I don't have room to display them with their weapons, I just display them without them. And I know they're in a plastic case somewhere, but I think I've seen it before. It's a nice looking trident. It's a little wonky here, but I will fix that later on. Make sure they're all nice and straight. It's got some nice detail there on the trident and on the stick part. And it is a little bent, but again, we can always fix that. And now the figure itself, 100 times better than the original Justice League release that they did. And to this day, I refuse to get that Justice League version. I mean, the face on it, it is terrible. And it's been like a peg warmer forever at the warmer near me. And I don't know, around the stores, not even this one, but the one that's like farther off, those warmers still carrying them at full price. I was thinking, you know, if I see it less than 10 bucks, I'll pick it up, but man, it never happens. But man, this face sculpt is much better. Does it resemble Momoa? Maybe there. There, it doesn't really. Yeah, I mean, I guess you have to catch it at the right. It doesn't really. Actually, no. I take all that back. It does not resemble him. It does not look like him at all. I do appreciate the little highlights they put on his hair. Kind of a little glowing effect that they put on the hair. It's actually not bad. And it goes all over the hair. And he's got some good movement considering he's got the hair. And again, the hair is not stiff and hard. It's nice and soft, so you can actually get a nice, I mean, not a lot, but you can get some pose up front. And yeah, man, some nice movement there. And now I do really appreciate the scaling, the scales on it, the texture on it. They really did a good job. And it is a lot better than the other releases, Endless Winter, that Cyborg, Flashpoint, Aquaman. I mean, even there, it's nice now. And then the gloves there, the gauntlet there, he's got that nice kind of fins that go to the side. Look at that, man. He's got those nice little shoulders on it. And look, and it's all nice and soft. And it's a piece that's attached to the top of the shoulder there, so it doesn't hinder. It's got some good movement there. Yeah, I like that. I like what they did there with the gloves. It's nice. It's got that ball joint, so I mean, it's a reuse, but that could have been covered up a little bit better. A lot much better. But And he's got texture in the gloves too. He's got the little mini scales on there. See, this one has it. Yeah, if you can notice at the inside of the glove, he's got some nice little texture in there. And then they hyped up his belt. Looks a lot better than just the basic. They kept true to the comic symbol there on his utility belt or belt. And then they added these new pieces to it. Kind of hides the diaper a little bit. I can appreciate that. And again, this also, the other ones didn't have the texture in the legs, and this one does, which, it makes sense. It gives you that little scale effect on the legs, so that's actually a nice addition. Now, he doesn't have the big fins in the back of his calf there, but the boots again match the gloves, and I like that effect. Actually, it might be a little bit better because those fins sometimes are a little bit too much, a little exaggerated. So the fact that they improvised with that piece for his uniform is great. And then, see, this would have been great if they would have done something like that up there where you can cover up those ball joints at the bottom. They're not straight, but it does a much, much better job. And I've got, that was scraped. So the whole figure, I guess, these parts are all orange. So you can see the paint all scratched off. So that is terrible. Yeah, so they just repainted over the rubber. Oh man, that's terrible. I guess they couldn't decide what color they were going to go with. But yeah, everything else is just the same, but it's great. It's a nice looking figure. I can't wait for the movie. Again, not still like Momoa. I don't know. I don't see it. A lot of people claim that they could see it from different angles, but I don't. I just don't see it. He just actually looks like the guy from The Thing, the movie. Kurt Russell's character, I guess. But yeah, again, the details on the uniform, and I love it. They did a good job with that. And again, I don't have the old Justice League. I never picked it up. I passed on it. I got the rest of it, except for Cyborg 2. I did have Cyborg. I ended up, I don't know why I got rid of it. I just wanted the Trinity, but now I ended up wanting it, and it's a little bit above my pay rate right now to get it. But I do have an issue with the legs. I feel like one leg is longer than the other, or they're just not put in the right place, because I can't get him to stand up straight. So he has this like kind of wonky stands, or just so I can get him to stand, because if I try to do it straight, he topples over to one side. So this is obvious. I know I'm gonna have him on a fighting stance maybe, but it would have been nice to just have something great. But other than that, everything else on the figure is great. Standard Mcfarlane articulation, so we're not really going to dwell too much on it, but he's got some good movement considering he's got the hair. And like typical Aquaman, they always have him with his hair off to one side, one piece. Now, the only other figures that I do have him that I can compare him to is, of course, the Endless Winter. See, it just takes a second and he topples over. The Endless Winter Aquaman. And again, he does have the scaling. The belt's a lot different. The scaling on the top part of his suit, but his legs are just plain spandex. And again, they did a lot better on the gloves there, and then here I kind of like this look. Obviously this is the classic look, but this is actually not too bad for a live version. To integrate as much as they can from the suit without, making it look too cheesy. When they try to just do it too much accurate to the comic book, has some life to it. Some life, and it's not too all cartoonish. So, and then the other one that I do have, which I hate, I love the uniform and stuff. I just hate the head sculpt on it, and it is this version from Flashpoint. I don't know why it possessed them to have the screaming voice, the screaming head there, and not have an alternate head. It's got the G.I. Joe type Duke haircut, so he does not resemble. I guess it's a lot. I don't know, Flashpoint movie. They made him so big in the animated movie, and then they gave him this big old buzz haircut, and he kind of reminds me of a general, the way the uniform and all that. And they gave him this little, strap there to put his trident on there. But the figure is great. It's got the scaling and stuff, and I like the belt and stuff, but I'm just not a fan of the head. So I did try to put the Flashpoint head on it, but he does not look good on it. It doesn't actually fit as well, but he does fit well in the Endless Winter head. So when I load down my video of my Ultimate Justice League, this is the version, the animated version or the comic book version that you guys are going to get, because this, with this head sculpt, looks amazing. I mean, the Flashpoint Flash's head looks really good with him. This is the iconic look I remember I grew up with. So stay tuned for that, because I will be coming soon. And for now, anyway, as always, thank you as always for tuning in. Can't wait for the movie to come up. I do have the black stealth suit version that came in just like a day ago. I don't know why they didn't ship them together, but it finally arrived, so I will be loading that up. I haven't even opened up out of the box yet. So, but as always, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. If you haven't subscribed, please do. So hit that bell so you know when my videos will be dropping and get notified out there. Premiere, and as always, thank you. Continue to support each other. Continue to be a fine figure. Yeah, see what I mean? Can't get them straight. And as always, I will see you later.